Kevin, you want to do
Do the what?
which one do you want to do the recap?
We don't have to
Let
really.
him do it.
We don't got to do the recap. I mean,
I don't think it's a good idea because I might have to repeat myself a bunch of times. So
yeah.
let him do it.
I mean, we all read the chapter. We know what's
This,
going on.
this is
Nah, but
what chapter one
we're doing
fifteen.
Yeah,
we're
one
doing a so
fifteen.
somebody gotta recap the shit.
I'll just
Yeah.
give a brief synopsis of it.
Nigga, it's not even that long of a chapter. Just
Yeah,
recap the shit, bro.
No, I
that's what I
thought
said.
a lot happened. It's called Unleashed, and
Yeah,
it didn't focus on any of the main characters. It was mostly what was the guy's name? Did they give his name?
twice. That's his name.
Okay, and it was mostly just him looking at the state of I guess the post like All Might superhero world,
Hmm.
like thinking about how everything like kind of a little bit of like world building, showing how like
It would have been
everything had changed in the world after Endeavor basically is like the number one hero now. And it's not the same as All Might. A lot of the villains are starting to react differently. A lot of the heroes are starting to react differently. A lot of factions being formed, like sub factions of villains and heroes being formed. It seems like crime is a lot more rampant, and he's kind of somewhere like in between, I guess. Like he's a little
who?
bit like I think he's like a villain, but he's kind of like
Hey,
indifferent
Kevin,
toward it.
recap. Are you recapping
No,
or is Andre
What are you talking
recapping?
to?
that was Wesley.
Yeah, no, I just
Oh,
started
he's
recapping.
recapping.
Yeah, and
Oh, okay.
yeah, this guy twice, like he has the ability to like make clones of himself, but he doesn't know if he's the original or the clone anymore. And he's basically like surveying everything that happened since All Might lost his power and how like things have
Oh,
changed in
interesting.
the world.
Hmm.
And he talks to Shiragaki, is that the guy's name? At
No,
the end,
Shigaraki.
no, you're right. He didn't.
Shigaraki.
I don't think he talked to Shigaraki. He talked to the supplier of like the
Okay,
villains. I don't think we got his name yet though, or he probably did in this chapter.
No, that was Shigaraki. Because you can see the hair in the background. That was Shigaraki.
okay. Well, he
Okay.
talked to one of the somebody
Yeah.
associated with him at least, and we saw a little bit of what's that guy's name? The Scar guy,
Dabi.
Todoroki's brother, Dabi. And
Dabi.
yeah, so we saw a little. We checked in on them. They seem to have like some plans they're about to enact that involve him. And then we see All Might having a meeting in prison with All for One, and they're gonna
Hmm.
settle some things. That's basically all that happens. All right. Thoughts on this chapter?
Uh,
Impressions?
I thought how they used twice was great. They kind of used him as like a plot vehicle, kind of like like you beforehand. He's interesting enough to like gain attention, and for
I don't know about that.
I think so. I think so. Like if you look at like people like majority of the people that liked him during the school trip, they liked the way he acted and stuff and his costume. So Hirokoshi used him well, and he made him interesting enough so he can hold a chapter while being the main star. Cause and he also used him so in a way so like you wouldn't know what the villains I guess direction they're going to be going with their plan. Cause had he used like Dabi or Toga in this situation, it would have gave away their plan. But with twice,
Yeah,
you really still don't know what they're going to do yet.
yeah. I thought it was. I thought his perspective was interesting because it kind of like gave it a different tone. Like if it had been from someone else's perspective,
Hmm.
it wouldn't have that same feeling. It kind of had like that Pope sort of like Frank Miller, like Sin City sort of like comic book sort of style. Like he was an older character. Like he was smoking cigarettes. He was kind of like it was kind of like a detective thing.
Hmm.
Like it felt close to like a Batman like style or something like that because of his perspective. It wasn't the like Deku who's a kid, and it wasn't like Shirogaki. So
Yeah.
Damn,
Shigaraki.
Shigaraki, bro.
But all right, Kevin, what do you think?
Now this chapter, I think it could have been a 9 out of 10.
Hmm.
But
It just mostly no. I'm just talking about just for me personally. I think
yeah,
it was a good chapter. Like objectively, probably like a 9. If I really, because during the training force start, I didn't really pay attention to twice like that. So I think, let's say, had I paid attention more to him, it probably would have been a 9 to me. But it's a world building chapter, and then Like we got to see literally what actually happened after All Might, how um, Endeavor is faring as the number one hero, and he's not doing anywhere near as good. The ending where AFO and uh, uh,
Oh my.
All Might are gonna meet. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think that's a good stopping point. 9 out of 10, like 10 out of 10 type chapter.
Whoa,
Mm.
higher than some One Piece chapters. Wow. Uh, yeah,
Let me mute myself.
you yourself. What was I gonna say? It was funny because the superhero pose now they're starting to remind me a little bit of the like the Shonen Jump character pose
Mm-hmm.
for each series, where he mentioned how like oh like older men like Endeavor because he doesn't have like the appeal to children and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I thought that kind of like I don't know if it's intentional or not, but it seems like it kind of mimics that style of like the Shonen Jump character pose in each series.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think what do you think All Might's talking to All for One about?
Well, I think one he's going to talk about how did he get in connection with. He's going to want to confirm the relationship between his teacher and Shigaraki. He wants to make sure he wants to confirm that relationship. And he's probably just going to obviously he's going to interrogate him about where Shigaraki at, and basically he's going to try to get that information. But I honestly think he's going to try to confirm some type of the relationship between Shigaraki and his teacher, because it's already established that they're grandmother and grandson. So
Yeah.
I think it's more of an emotional thing for All Might.
Um, do you think he's trying to like?
No, it's not emotional at all, bro. We're gonna talk about some serious shit. We're gonna talk about the bloodline of One for All itself. They're gonna talk about pretty much like the next chapter is probably gonna shake what's gonna happen in the next couple of chapters.
Yeah, I think they want to talk about. But I think one of the obvious aspects is that relationship, because you see how he was affected by hearing Shigaraki was the grandson of his teacher. So obviously he wants to confirm that himself.
Yeah, I thought. Do you think this what's his name Twice? Is that his name?
Yeah,
This guy. Do you think he's the original or do you think he's one of the clones? Because that was kind of set up this chapter.
We'll never know. That's
I
the
honestly
amazing
think
part.
he's. I don't.
I don't think they would mention it unless it was going to come into
Yeah,
play.
yeah. My thing is, I want to go with the original because, in my opinion, it just seems like if it was the original, if you kill the original, everyone dies. But the way that he described his power doesn't seem like that. So, plus, then
Hmm.
he said if you dealt damage to the original,
He said they
they
could
kind
take
of
a bit
go,
of. He said
yeah.
they could take a bit of damage, just not as
So,
I guess not as much as the original.
so I mean, I think it's an original just given the fact that I don't think regarding quirks, if in that type of scenario, if the original dies, that all the other clones are going to still be around.
Is this like one of the more violent like Boku no Hero chapters? Like I don't remember it being this dark for at least a while.
Yeah, I think this is
Like there were people burning like in
mm-hmm.
that like tire fire, like all the clones like stabbing each other in the face and just like murdering each other. Like it
Mm.
seemed pretty a little like Hunter esque with the violence.
Yeah. I'm trying to. I don't think any other chapter has gotten as violent as this one. You could say when All for One first came, but this one was just more like it was kind of more. I don't. It's just like more detailed with the with his with his violent. Like it was just like All for One, he killed everyone or wrecked everyone, but this one was just like you
Yeah,
actually see people dying. You get it's actually like the villain's perspective of how they go about things.
yeah. I feel like this is setting up for like one of those like one of the like most memorable arcs that's going to be in the series. Because
Yeah.
like the tone, it feels like it's setting like a different tone from like all the previous arcs already. Like
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning, like things are going to be different, or someone's going to die, or something like big is going to happen.
Yeah.
That you're not used to seeing in Boku no Hero, or that you haven't seen yet. But
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
go ahead.
Yeah, because it's like this stuff like you got people like body parts dismembered when they had to introduce those three new villains.
Yeah,
to do overhaul. Obviously, Dobby when he burned a couple of people alive. So yeah, this and you know what Twice's splash, but yeah, this was pretty violent for a Boku no Hero chapter.
Do you think we're gonna see the I forget what the name of the other school is. A the
What?
rival school?
Oh, Shiketsu? Oh,
Yeah.
Shiketsu?
Do you
See,
think
the
they're
thing
gonna be
is,
involved?
yeah, see, the thing is, last week, their homeroom teacher said, "How about we start doing some joint training?" And Azawa was like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds good." So I would assume that we are going to start seeing that, and I also think I think like you have to do it in Asa versus Shoto. I just think you have to do something like that in a more just a typical one versus
Yeah.
one type of thing. Plus, you know, Deku wants to learn. Deku's a dude that wants to learn everything he can. So I think it's a great chance for him to pick up on other stuff, given how detailed and how observative he is when it comes to his trying to be a hero.
Yeah. The what was Twice's role like in the training force? Like I don't remember him at all.
Twice his role was to delay Azawa Sensei because he kept creating clones of Dabi
Oh
to hold him
yeah.
back.
Yeah.
So that was his role. He was just like kind of a countermeasure to get through the powerful people out the way.
Okay. So overall ratings, MVP of the chapter, and what do you want to see in the next chapter?
Nigga, are you
MVP.
really asking who the MVP is?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do, buddy.
All right.
It was
Uh,
twice.
I'll give it to
Might be.
Twice, but I really was like, if it wasn't because he was the main fool, I would give it to Dabi.
I was
If
gonna
it
say
was,
maybe Dobby
yeah,
because
that panel was
he's
fucking
like the
great.
most notable. Yeah, he's like the most notable character. He showed up in like an epic kind of way,
Yeah,
and but
and it shows you how evil he is, like how he just don't give a fuck.
yeah.
It shows you his mind state a little bit.
What do you want to see from the next chapter?
Um, I would like to I would like to continue on the villains. Like this, I really do want a villain arc, and I think this is a good way to start setting up for a villain arc. You can show a little bit what the kids are doing, but just like keep this tone of this villainous type of thing, this type of brutal thing, and keep showing how the world is still affected by the after the Camino incident or the, aka the All for One All Might fight. And also want to see this conversation that they're going to have inside the prison. Um, I think this is All Might needs to stop wearing that costume though. He needs to stop. He needs to stop.
Yeah, doesn't really fit him or anything
Yeah.
anymore. It was just a little weird. I thought he was gonna like hide his like normal like his like decrepit like face and stuff, so people wouldn't be able to like hunt him down when he's like weak like that.
Yeah.
But that seems like I don't know the fact that he revealed his like real image. It seems like it's gonna put him in trouble or something later.
Yeah, cause you got that. Everyone knows what his real form looks like, and then with Toga having Deku's blood,
Yeah.
she can. There's a lot of ways you can. There's a lot of different ways you can go with that whole blood device thing.
Yeah. What about you, Kevin? Is Kevin still? Did Kevin drop out of the call?
Nigga, what did
No,
you ask?
I said MVP of the chapter, and what do you want to see next chapter?
I mean, I'm gonna see what I want to see next chapter.
what do you what are you gonna see next chapter?
We're gonna get a foreshadowing, nigga. We're gonna get
Uh,
an outline for what happens. Where I feel like Shigaraki is gonna be on the move. AFO, this nigga AFO got captured on purpose, man. He's chilling, to be honest.
you
He's
think
just
so?
chilling, bro.
I
He's
like
So
that
chilling.
you think
idea.
if he got captured on purpose, if he got captured on purpose, you think he's gonna reveal anything to All Might?
I don't think he got captured on purpose. I think he just knew what was gonna happen. He knew he was gonna get captured, but he has like a yeah. I don't use my phone. They don't ask me questions, bro. But look,
You think this is gonna be the arc where Stained and AFO break out? And
yeah.
You
Nigga,
think
no,
so?
I connected my joint on my phone. What'd you say?
I said, do you think this is gonna be the arc where they break out?
No, no, no,
No.
no.
All
I'm thinking
right.
too much.
Well, what ratings for the chapter, Andre? 'Cause
You
Kevin said
know,
it's a 9 out of 10.
this is a 10 out of 10 high tier.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I think it was a 10 out of 10. I enjoyed reading it. It flowed really well. I had no problems with this chapter at all.
I'm gonna change my name on Twitter.
Yeah, I thought it was like a 9 out of 10 too. It was really good. This is one of the better openings for an arc. Like it's
Hmm.
really you got you really interested. A different tone. I really do hope it follows like the villains or at least like All Might for a little while.
Yeah,
Since we just got an arc that focused mostly on the kids and stuff like exclusively, so we could take a step back and look. And it was like mostly just the test that we're taking. So I want to see more of the world building
yeah.
and stuff that happened,
Hmm.
the after effects. So I think that's where we're going. That's gonna be fun. Be interesting. And Shirakoshi showed that he could take like minor characters and flesh them out to like lead a chapter, which he hasn't done in a while.
Yeah,
Because like Boku no Hero is mostly focused on Deku, so he's been doing some different things. He's been like focusing on the other characters a lot. He's been doing pretty well with this. So
yeah.
hopefully,
That's pretty
hopefully,
one of the complaints or criticism people have been having.
yeah, he's doing it now. So
Yeah,
it's, there's no reason to criticize it. But I think that's it. I think we said everything we could say.
yeah.
Hopefully, 10 out of 10 next week. Uh,
I think so.
I'm about to come to Twitter and just Miyazaki, nigga.
would you be disappointed if Deku is like the focus of the next chapter?
I
I don't think
would
it's bad.
be. It's not a bad thing. I would be, given the fact that I think we haven't seen like this is like one of the first arcs where we haven't seen none of the villains or got a vibe from the villains, and then like that whole hero license thing. But this right here, how you set this up, this chapter, I think you have to keep going for it. Maybe even if this is like another 3 or 4 chapters, I think we should just concentrate on this type of tone.
Yeah.
Based wall.
All right. I think that's it. I guess we'll do one next. We'll see what happens next week.
Yeah.
Budget. Who the fuck is this?
Kevin, promote your channel.
This is Coon 77.
Yeah.